Okay guys, check this out. Yep. So just playing around. Don't mind that. Yeah. Welcome to the studio. This is the Beat Bender, and today we're going to be talking about why I sold my Ableton Push 2. Yes, sold. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Like I was saying, I was going to tell you why I actually got rid of my own Ableton Push 2. And it's simple. Basically, on this channel, what we do mostly is unbox these devices and show you how it works, and then let you know if it fits your work pattern or your lifestyle, the kind of producer that you are. And that is actually basically just what it is. It without a doubt, Ableton Push 2 is a wonderful piece of equipment. It works flawlessly with the Ableton Live, and trust me, when you are on it, you don't want to leave. You don't even want to look up. Most of the time, you just basically want to keep on working on the device without having to look up on your screen. And we've done a couple of projects with it, or some device. But the kind of producer that I am personally will not let me use that kind of device, a lot more than I would use the Akai MPC. I want to do sampling, directly. Like some of you know, I'm actually a DJ as well. As a matter of fact, I just got the Rane One, and I think it's been a little over a month now. I'll also throw in one of the videos where we'll show you basically how we use the Rane One. I incorporate it into this device for production purposes. So basically, if I need to do some scratch myself and I need to just probably add some things or slow some things down, I can do that quickly on the Rane and send this directly here and make good use of it. So that also helps us. Even that is when we're not even using it out for DJing there. While it's in the studio, it's useful for production as well. And that's one of the reasons why we got it. We're going to take a look at that in our subsequent videos. But for now, we're talking about why I sold the Ableton Push 2. Just like what we said in one of our previous videos, it is not for my own kind of like producer. The kind of producer that I am, Akai fits in better for me. So, most people will say, oh yeah, I returned this device because it's not just working for me and this and that. But we need to be honest about the fact that your lifestyle, a good example, I have a guy who happens to be, he spends most of his time in the studio. People like that, sits in the studio and is already used to the doors as the Ableton and people like that will actually find it a lot more interesting using the Ableton Push 2, because everything they're doing is hands-on and they're looking at their laptop. But for someone like, us or me, that I can decide to just, carry my Akai MPC. When I'm traveling, I put it in my bag and off I go. Basically, even if I'm going for other business, I can easily just put it in my bag. I do some mix at the airport. I do some mix in my hotel when I get to where I'm going. I can go outside, do some mix, go to the living room and do some mix. It's easier for me to work like that, and I can take in inputs and all that. So I just prefer the kind of like the mobile studio lifestyle without having to open my laptop, which is the reason why I realized that over time, the Ableton Push 2 is kind of like packing dust. I use it less often, and I use the Akai, the MPC Live 2. I use it more often. And even when I want to do videos or tutorials that require me to use my laptop, I'd rather use the touch than go and show people how the Ableton Push 2 works. So I decided, you know what, it's time to let it go, and we had a good run. That's basically what it is. So, like I said earlier, there is nothing wrong with the Ableton Push 2. If you are still interested in picking it up, this is not a video to discourage you. This is just to let you know that weigh your lifestyle. Is it basically what you need as a producer? Then go for it. Do you get? I can still promise you, you will not regret getting it. That is, if you are the type of producer that basically you are the door person and then you use especially Ableton Live. it works perfectly for you. You're gonna love everything about it. The whole sequencing and all that, you're gonna love everything about it. But if you are the mobile kind of like producer, you basically just like to take your sample on the go and chop, and then you've done your work. You're done. Even while you're maybe even on your bed, you can pick it up and just work without having to start looking for where your laptop is. This is a perfect device for you. It's better you work with this than having to try to, like, okay, where is the cable, especially when you're using the Live 2 that has a battery already inbuilt. You don't need to be bothered about and it's even when you misplace or you are not with your headphone, you have a sound box here that can actually help you out with that. So that's the reason why I decided to sell my own Ableton Push 2 and moved on. So that'll be all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next one.